everyone, welcome back to our channel. My name is Casey.
And I'm Anthony.
And we're Dos Cavazos, and this is Season 3, Episode 10 of Attack on Titan.
So last episode we saw that Kenny lived throughout that cave collapsing on him. Now, he looked like he was in pretty bad shape. However, he did pull out some sort of syringe with some sort of serum in it.
Probably healing.
I'm assuming, I don't think that it could be like Titan serum, but I mean, who the hell knows at this point? That'd be interesting if they introduced something else now, too, that could change people into something else.
We also saw that it looked like the underground was all that Titan layer, type thing. So I'm like, is this whole entire world built on top of, those caves?
Yeah.
Like, the entire world, not just the walls?
Well, I'm glad now that Eren has the ability to now create this kind of, hardening wall-ish crystal, whatever the case may be, because now we will be able to plug up the walls and hopefully get a chance to finally make our way to that cellar, which we've been talking about since Season 1. Hopefully they have the information in there. His father left the information in there that will at least, I think maybe Historia kind of already assured him, his father didn't have evil intentions, I will say, because he still did kill people, but he had an ulterior motive that was positive for the world and not just because I just want the power and just to give it out to Eren. That wouldn't even make sense, because if he was going to do that, why not just keep the power for himself? Why would you pass it down?
So he drank something and then had his hardening ability. Does he have to drink it every time?
They didn't clarify that.
Or does he have it in him now and now he can?
I mean, I'm hoping and assuming that he had that in him now, because at least Levi said, we could use you to plug up the wall now.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping that he can maintain it. The issue with Eren, I see, is that, even though he has these abilities, he doesn't seem to have, a fully, grasp. He doesn't have a full grasp of them yet. So it seems like, that they, he doesn't know how to exactly work them. And they seem to come out in situations when there's dire peril or something where he's thrust into a situation where he has to make a snap decision. But it seems like when he's thinking about it, he's two in his head and it doesn't work, it seems to be.
All right, well, if you haven't already, please don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell so you can stay notified for all of our future videos.
Also, head over to our Patreon where we have full-length reactions as well as other exclusive content. The full-length reaction, the next few episodes of Attack on Titan are actually over there right now, so if you want to check that out, the link's down in the description below.
All right, let's go ahead and get into it.
I need to see him again.
I don't remember.
Yeah. Okay, so a lot happened in this episode. We lost Kenny, which was so sad. I did not want to lose him.
And the Titan was right there, but then he would have to aimlessly wander as a Titan in the hopes that one day he would happen to eat someone who had the intelligence. That's just what I'm going to call it, the intelligence.
Yeah.
Wow.
I feel
Sad.
bad, like, especially when Levi found out, like, their relationship after, like, as he was dying too. Like, it sucks that they didn't get a chance to, like, really.
Yeah.
But I guess that was never really Kenny, and that's exactly why he told him that too. So that just kind of wasn't who he was. Historia got crowned queen, and now we found out that the person who was on the Beast Titan at the end of the second season actually is the Beast Titan, and still possible that it's Irvin's dad.
Yeah, potentially. We're not exactly 100% sure.
He looked like, him, he has a bigger beard. I don't even know if he had a beard in the other one, and he has longer hair, but I don't know. I think that it could be, but I want to see how, like, I want to see if they're going to reference Irwin's dad anymore. Like, let's see if you hear, like, more stories about him. We've seen him, like, in the beginning credits, like, Irwin walking around, too, and, like, seeing him as younger. So I feel like we're going to get more flashbacks. And, he talked about waiting to get Annie and stuff like that, so I wonder what they are going to have planned in order to take her back and possibly to take Aaron back, too.
Obviously, Aaron's the coordinate, or his power, at least, I'm assuming, because that's what they said that one time they were all in the tree. So that's what they want, but, like, why? I don't think they have anything to do with the kings and all them.
No, I don't think they do, but it has to be, like, the controlling of the other Titans. That's what I would, like, conclude, that, like, they want that power to be able to control the other ones. But what would they do with that power? Would they, like, try to take down the walls, like, overthrow everything? But also, like, we assumed the Beast Titan also turned people. Which, I mean, it possibly did that with the serum, too. Like, now thinking about it, Connie's mom and family, too. We only ever actually saw the mom, so did we? I don't think we saw the dad, even as a Titan. But we're assuming, like, that village that they turned got walked up, and those were the ones that they were having to deal with in the walls.
I have a few questions, and I can't tell if I'm just, like, dumb, or if we're not supposed to know this stuff yet, or if I just, like, missed something. But obviously, Kenny did not age the same as that first king.
Yeah.
When did the Rice family get overthrown and this, like, figurehead king was put into place and they were controlled by, like, those other people? When did that happen? What's the timeline here? How old is Kenny?
Yeah.
Is Levi that old? Like, is he older than we think? Is Mikasa older than we think? Because they can age differently. Because he was young in the underground, which we knew that they had underground cities. I didn't realize that he lived in an underground city, but I guess that's not that out of the way. They probably just went to the surface at some point. But, like, what is the timeline here? I feel like I'm a little bit confused, and I don't know if I'm supposed to be.
To me, the only thing that was, like, super confusing was the fact that we saw, was it Yuri? Yuri, we saw him, and then he looked younger when he was, like, holding up Kenny, but it didn't seem like that much time passed, and Kenny didn't seem that much older than when he was holding him. They alluded to, like, when the Colossal Titan attacked the wall and stuff, and then when the power got passed down. I mean, I don't necessarily think there's, like, an aging thing. Maybe he has an accelerated aging, possibly.
Maybe.
Maybe it's not so much as that everyone else is aging.
But maybe they age faster.
Maybe.
I'm not exactly sure. Because, like,
he looks
Frida,
substantially older.
Yeah.
When he was, like, getting close to being done. When they were having that conversation in front of the lake.
Yeah. That's like what I'm a little bit confused about. And then Frida obviously was, like, crowned and was, like, ruler for a little bit, but that would have been the same time that Historia was young. Mm-hmm. So I just, like...
Which is also when Aaron's dad came there, too. Somewhere within that time frame.
And we were assuming that was, like, on the day that, like, originally, like, the beginning of the show, the day that the wall, like, originally fell.
Yeah.
Right?
But she also... Wasn't it stated that she didn't have that power for very long, too? Before, like, Aaron's dad showed up? I'm hoping, too, that we see more information as why Aaron's dad knows this information, too.
Because then I'm like, okay, but then... That's fine even in that sense, but then, like, when did this family get taken out of power? And maybe he just orchestrated, like, a figurehead could go in his place, because he was still ruling, I guess, from behind the scenes. But I'm like, because the people didn't even, like, it seemed like the people used to know who they were.
Yeah.
I'm just a little bit confused.
But then also, the Colossal Titan Rhina and Bertolt, they attacked, I'm assuming off of the orders of the Beast Titan.
Potentially.
And that obviously, well, not obviously, but it possibly has nothing to do with, like, the royals.
Yeah.
So we still don't know their motivation. We still don't know, like, obviously we think that Aaron's father, like, was trying to save humanity, and that's why, he overtook the Rices. Yeah. But like where these three connecting of the dots. Like I want to know what happened like with Aaron's father when he decided to make the move that he did. If we're going to get any sort of flashback to see when he got that information and when he decided to actually make that decision. Obviously, we want to see what's up with like the Beast Titan. Is he going against the grain? Is this part of some greater plan? I don't feel like it's part of a greater plan. I feel like it's different people who are like tired of maybe the same system.
Maybe they're trying to help it away too, but I'm not.
Yeah, but in their image, you know, they want to create the world in their image, the way that they see it's going to be best possibly for them. But you know, they're turning people into Titans. They know damn well that they can't become like smart Titans without eating a smart Titan. So you're just kind of making them into like aimlessly wandering like zombies almost kind of.
And then also, what was the motivation of this original king? Like obviously anytime you like inherit the power, you're kind of taking on the personality of the original king as well. But like why? And then they kept saying they wanted to make this world paradise and they couldn't do it. Like, but from what? In what sense? Is it for their personal sense, like to rule over everyone?
Yuri also said that he felt like this world was coming to an end, or he at least alluded to it in that some capacity.
Yeah.
So I wonder if like he knows something that we haven't been previewed to.
All right, well, if you haven't already, please don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell so you can stay notified for all of our future videos.
Also, head over to our Patreon where we have full-length reactions as well as other exclusive content. The full-length reaction, next few episodes of Attack on Titan are actually over there right now, so if you want to check that out, the link's down in the description below.
All right, we'll see you next time.
Bye, everyone.